Okay, everybody, it's Patty, and I'm back with the reading for Scorpio for July 2017. I have already shuffled and laid out the cards. We're using the Orisha deck, Tarot of the Orisha by Zolric and Durkheim, and we're also using the Doreen Virtue Romance Romance Oracle cards. So, pre-shuffled, laid them out, saving you and you the time of us going through that process. Anyway, let's get going. And I made notes and from the book, the Tarot of the Orisha, and also from my own impressions of these readings. So let's see what it is what is the message for Scorpio for July 2017? Okay, so first card that came out was Pomba Gira, which is the female issue. Okay, can you see her? She's in the heart, she's all pink. All right, so that card, well, female issue is the female issue. She is the same the same path opener, road opener, and trickster as the male issue. Okay, she's the feminine energy. So this reading is probably going to be very geared towards the female energy. So that was the first card. And this card is the Four of Water, and that's what was covering the female energy. This animal, this is a fish, 4 fins. There's a lot of 4s in this reading too, by the way. This is a fish. I hope you can see it. This had to, turn the lights on. It's starting to get late in the day, so it might be a little different than it was earlier. So, this is called an African dipnoi fish, and this fish can hibernate for as long as 4 years, and then resume life as if nothing happened. So to me, I got a sense of maybe false sense of security in a situation. Maybe a person who's had some type of illness, and it's they thought it's in recovery, or it appears to be in remission, or they've just recovered from it. But they have to be careful as we go along. You need to still pay attention to your health. The Three of Water. Three of Water. This is talking about things returning to normal and having faith. It's about things returning to normal and having faith, but that is below you. So perhaps you thought things were returning to normal, and you're losing faith, because this card here is the Earth. Ooh, maybe the light's not all that great right now because of lamps being on. Okay, the Earth is upside down, and I'm getting the feeling that that your world's been turned upside down. Something has turned your world upside down, because what should have been a celebration has now become the opposite. It's become confusion. Ten of Fire, This is represents someone who is a Sagittarius, an Aries, a Scorpio. I'm sorry, Sagittarius, Aries, Leo. I don't know why I keep throwing Scorpio into everybody else's readings, but this is Scorpio's reading. Perhaps that's why. Time has come for the truth to come out about something. The truth came out or is about to come out about something. And time to face karma. You're gonna have to ask. You're gonna have to start praying about this. You're gonna have to ask your ancestors to help you with this one, because something came to the surface, and it may have something to do with the health situation, may have something to do with the recovery, but something came to the surface, and you have to really, really pray about it, because this card is the 10 of water, and it's reversed. 10 of water reverse. There are miscommunications, the sadness. Serious crisis. A loss. Oh wow. As I said, I did this reading before I turned on the video, but as I'm sitting here and interpreting and explaining to you, sharing this reading with you, I still get impressions of things. I still get things that come through. The ancestors send me messages, and I'm getting a message that you thought that you had recovered from an illness, that you believed that it was in remission or it was cured or whatever, and perhaps that was a miscommunication. That information isn't correct. That information is not correct. Maybe, but it was not communicated, and there's a lot of sadness and confusion in the family and in the couple. All the work you did, all of the work that you did seems to have been in vain. Yeah, this is talking about being careful. The next card you got here is salamanders. This salamanders, a bunch of fish. It looks like a bunch of fish. Salamanders. You can see that better. Okay. So salamander cards here, salamanders. Salamanders talk about physical imbalance, a slow metabolism. It's about someone in their mid to late 40s. But this person is a brave person, and they are strategists. They're brave. The next card here is Babalu Aye. Babalu Aye. And Babalu Aye deals with illnesses and medical situations. But it was an upside down Babalu Aye. Babalu Aye is talking about a loneliness and an illness. You're going to have to still seek specialists. Pay attention to small changes in your body. Don't take anything for granted. Seek your specialist and get psychological counseling, because family issues become an aspect in health. When you're not feeling well, it doesn't, your body doesn't feel well, and you have stress going on in your life around you, that's not helpful. And to go from feeling that everything was going to be good and you were in remission and in recovery and that things had changed, and now to feel like, oh, that's the opposite, like that was a misdiagnosis or a miscommunication, or you misunderstood what the doctor said or something, that is a big thing. And it could cause a lot of strife in a family. It can cause a lot of confusion in a family. So talk to the specialist, and also talk to the doctors, talk to a psychologist. You might even want to talk to a lawyer. I'm just saying. Now, your family, you need to give thanks for everything. This is the Four of Fire. Four of Fire. And there's a family going to the water. And they're bringing candles and they're bringing offerings. And I think in this position, in this situation, that you might want to have your family do something similar. You have to be grateful, thankful in all things. And as a family, you may need to bring offerings of thanks to the ocean, to Yemiya. You can light a blue candle at home if you would like, for health, and say prayers for your health. But you also have to give thanks to Yemiya. If you go to the water to leave an offering for Yemiya, you could get hold of those dark purple grapes. They're not available all the time, and I know they can be a little bit expensive, but you know what? This is your health you're talking about. So get some dark Concord grapes if you can. Get a watermelon, a small watermelon. Leave it whole. Take it to the water. Take it to the ocean, and give it to Yemiya. Light a blue candle at home and take an offering to Yemiya. Fruits that are dark, grapes, watermelon, even cherries, I guess would be all right at this time of year, if you can find them. Even if you feel like, even if you thought you were in remission and then the illness came back, still, we have to give thanks in all things. Give thanks in all things, because all things work together for the good. The next card that you got was Scorpio, about the gnomes. This was dwarfs and gnomes. Dwarfs and gnomes. Messages of mischief. I'm just saying, that's general. Messages of mischief. And your health is going to become a concern, Scorpio, but you do not accept defeat. You do not accept defeat. That's not how you're built. You are a warrior. You are a fighter. Ogun, warrior. Ogun, fighter. You also have Ogun spirit around you. It could be family, your husband. But I'm getting the feeling that it's like an ancestor, like your father, grandfather, strong man, who is fighting your battles on that side for you. And you've got a lot of his qualities. If this reading is for a woman, which I think it is, you have a lot of those warrior qualities. You stand up for what you believe in, and you are a fighter. You don't give up easily. Very brave. But you have a fighter. Your ancestor wants you to know that he is on the other side fighting for you too. He's got your back. And the last card was reversed. And this is the Two of Love. Two of Water, rather. But it talks about love also. But it was upside down. And this, when it's upside down, it's talking about a love that appears good, but below the surface there's a lot of negativity, a lot of darkness below the surface. There's a lot of deception, a lot of untrue feelings. There might even be violence, and it doesn't necessarily mean that you're being violent or the person that you're with is being violent, but sometimes words are violent that you could be passing, because again, that Ogun energy is a very strong energy, and sometimes it causes us to say things without thinking because we're defending ourselves. When we're on the defensive, we come out. And Scorpios can be a little slick at the lip. Scorpios do tend to fight with their words, and they can be a bit aggressive. So the family may look one way to everyone else. Behind closed doors, there's a lot of love has been lost. A lot of love has been lost. Romance cards. Usually I just do one, but when I was shuffling for you, Scorpio, two came up. And the two romance cards that you received were deception. Deception says someone is wearing a false self-mask in this relationship. So someone is not being their true and honest self in that relationship. It's you, your husband, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, could even be your kid. Whoever there is part of your family, whoever that relationship is, they're not being honest with themselves, or with you rather. And this one, this card you got, second card, is love yourself first. Self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. Well, what could that be? So let's see what those messages are. I'm going to read the deception card first, and then I'll read the love yourself first card. Okay. Deception. Someone is wearing a false mask in this relationship. This card is a loving nudge for you to beware of a deception within a relationship. It could involve something mild, such as a run-of-the-mill politeness, where your partner is afraid of offending you by sharing their true feelings. Perhaps you're the one wearing the mask because you aren't disclosing something to your partner. Deep down, you know what this card pertains to. Your romance angels are trying to protect your heart. Please say this invocation either silently or aloud. Romance angels, I ask that you give me every clear guidance that I can easily notice and understand to reveal the truth about the situation to my conscious awareness. Then, notice and trust the signs that follow. This card is also a reminder to you about the importance of being genuine with your partner. Although discussing your true feelings may be uncomfortable, it will improve your relationship on many levels. Scorpio. Very interesting. So the next card is love yourself first. And love yourself first is you, your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. If you desire more romance, first look at yourself in a caring and non-critical way, of course. The more you love who you are, the greater your capacity to feel love for others. This means trusting yourself to take good care of you, and it may entail becoming more assertive. Don't worry, you can still be very lovable while still affirming your boundaries. Perhaps this means spending some time alone instead of in a relationship. During this period, you can delve into introspection and understand the patterns of your love life. Ultimately, you can take responsibility for attracting and agreeing to every relationship you've had. To heal your heart, find the blessing and lessons you've gained from each one. For instance, have you been a stronger, more independent, or more patient as a result of your prior partnerships? If so, let everything else from the past go, except for the lessons and the love. This card emphasizes the importance of loving yourself first, especially as you prepare for the next relationship or heal the one you're in. As you gain self-respect, you'll begin attracting more loving people into your life. This will lead to healthy friendships and romances based upon mutual respect. So, okay, Scorpio. So, what I'm picking up and what, when I was doing the reading initially, when I was first laying out the cards, I have Pandora playing in the background. And hopefully it's not too loud. But I Was Made to Love Her by Stevie Wonder came on, and it caught my attention. And I think that has something to do with this. That your partner, Scorpio, has been there. They believe in you. They believe in this relationship with you. But for some reason, you shut them out at some point. And I'm getting the feeling that you weren't honest with them. You were deceptive. Like you didn't let them know that the disease was in remission. Why? Or you didn't let them know the disease about it to begin with. And they've been there with you. You know, they've been with you from the beginning. Maybe this was your only in your life. You know, there are women who, have lived like that, folks. And men, that their husband or wife has been their only partner. And for some reason, you decided that you weren't going to trust him with that information. And it's caused a lot of strife. It's caused a lot of hurt feelings in that relationship with that person. And they don't understand why you did that. They don't understand why you kept something hidden and secret. You have to make that right. You need to make that right with them. That's part of loving yourself. You have to ask for forgiveness, right? And that part of like AA, first steps is asking for one of the first steps, one of the 12 steps rather, is asking for forgiveness from the people that you've done wrong. Just because you're having a health issue, just because you've been sick for a while, whatever, doesn't give you the right and doesn't give you a pass about being honest. You still have to be honest. You still have to share significant information. And when you don't do that, that's showing your non-gratitude. That's showing you're ungrateful. And that's why sometimes the remissions, the recoveries, the healings are pulled back. So when you thought you were being slick, or you were going to try to milk the situation a little longer, and turned around There was another message. The female issue turned the trick on you. And now your world is upside down. Because you played yourself. You played yourself. And that's why. But you still have your ancestors who are fighting your battles for you. And you still have this person, this man, this partner, your partner who still is going to fight for you. But you need to get right with God. You need to do some praying. You need to do some supplication, some offerings, and ask for forgiveness, because you ruined this. The other song that came up when I was doing the reading was The Love You Saved by the Jackson 5, right? Again, this is Pandora. So I'm not playing these things myself. It's coming up on the stereo, on the TV. And the first, we all know that song. When I had you to myself, I didn't want you around. Then someone picked you from the bunch, and one glance was all it took. And now it's much too late for me to take a second look. So you hurt somebody, and then they turn their back. And it may have something to do with a Sagittarius person. And now you've created a problem that didn't need to be created because of because you thought that you could just milk it a little longer. I don't know. I don't know what that was about. But if this is you need to get in touch with your physicians. You need to get in touch with your spiritual advisors. You need to get in touch with yourself. And you need to get in touch with God. Ask for forgiveness. Take that mask off. Be honest. And love yourself first. That's not talking about being conceited. That's talking about being grateful. And find out why you would do such a thing. Anyway, Scorpio, that's just my impression. And those are the messages that the ancestors gave to me to give you. And so I'm sharing it with you. This may not resonate with everybody. And it's not, may or may not resonate with you, but it may resonate with someone you know. So share, like, subscribe, and I'll be talking to you soon, Scorpio. Divine order is going to be created in this situation, whether you like it or not. So you need to get on board. Stop feeling sorry for yourself. No more pity parties. Get real. Get honest. And give thanks for the healing that you've had. And maybe it'll return. Because it can. Okay. I'll talk to you soon. Amen and Ashe. Love you guys. Bye-bye.